never been to a NASCAR race or a Formula One race before, so maybe I can't really attest to this, but I don't think I'd be like Johnny and Jamie here if I were to go to one. I mean, instead of going to your seat, you go right over to the edge of the stadium and you spit off the edge. I'm like, that's not me personally. I would probably go to my seat, see if there's any, activity down by the track pre-race. But they're having the time of their lives right now, so I can't knock them for it. And let's see here what Disney and Pixar have wrote for their bio. When Johnny and Jamie were young, they spent more time goofing off at the race than watching it. They've grown up a little since then. Now they know that it's silly to waste race time playing pranks and getting into trouble. That's why now they show up early to play pranks and get into trouble. And their vehicle types are Neomatic/MEMS. So, wow. Yeah, sorry guys, I'm just not that kind of person personally, but clearly they're having a blast there on the screen. I mean, you can see them. They are trying to spit as far as they can off that edge. It's a contest for sure. All jokes aside now, welcome to Chapter 18 of Forlorn Favorites, basically Chapter 4 of Season 2. I'm so excited to be back doing this series, and I hope you guys have been enjoying it so far. Today, of course, we have Johnny and Jamie from the 2010 Final Lap Collection. They were released as singles, even though they make a great 2-pack. Mattel decided to release them individually. So yeah, I already showed a picture of them from the movie. You guys got a good idea of who they are as cars, as characters, and let's just dive right into it. So I do think these guys are forlorn because nobody talks about them. They're a unique duo for sure. I mean, they're spitting off the edge. That's pretty neat in my opinion. They were only released once. That was now 10.5 years ago. And I just think they deserve more credit. The only thing that kind of brings them down the peg is that Mattel used their models quite a bit. And I mean, that's really no knock against them. It's not really their fault. But I wanted to review Milo, and I was debating, like, is it Milo, is it Johnny or Jamie? Which one is more forlorn? And I was like, you know what? 2 is better than 1. So we just went with Johnny and Jamie. I hope you guys support that decision. So I personally prefer Jamie here because I like the blue color. It's a nice blue. And he's got a cool expression. Nice smile to him. He looks really nice. I like the tires here. Nice rims. Pretty simple. It's like a simple background car that you could use for like a, stop motion or some sort of series that you're doing on your channel or anything, That's why I really do appreciate some of these more background-ish type cars. Not everybody who goes to the race will have a souvenir. That's realistic. Back in 2010, they used these mouth plates a lot, which this is a plastic piece right here, not connected to the metal base. Now with Jamie, they did a phenomenal job of matching the color. This blue, you can't even notice there's a difference. But sometimes the mouth plates are very, very different. There's not really a good example here on the board, but you can see like Kit Revster has a mouth plate. They did a good job with him. Nick stickers here probably is the worst one I have on hand right here. You can see that this is more of a duller green versus the vibrant green. And by the way, Nick is Jamie's model, so we'll compare them in a little bit here. But anyways, you got the grill, headlights looking good. Just a coupe. Little spoiler here in the back. Now, thanks to some lovely commenters, I have learned that spoilers are when the piece here in the back is basically like smooth connected to the bottom. Like a Piston Cup stock car has a spoiler. Lightning McQueen has a spoiler, but a wing is when it's lifted up in the back. So thank you guys for letting me know that. Oops. The license plate is 26M3L, and the text above it is pretty blurry. It's hard to read, so I'm not going to attempt it. Wish we could, learn where he's from or anything like that, but unfortunately not. So simple car. Not much else to say. Now, as for Johnny here, I like the green eyes. They really look good with, his darker green paint job. Kind of a forest green, British racing green. He also has that mouth plate. Grill, headlights, same rims. Also a coupe. Also has a spoiler. His license plate is SL1-19, and the text above that reads Dipstick, which kind of makes me feel like that, you know, these two are from different places, even though they're, well, they're brothers, right? At least that's what I thought. That's how I interpreted it as. They're like blood brothers, not just like really good friends, because it just makes me a little confused that their license plates are of different descent. Like Dipstick and another one has clearly 2 words on it. So they're not from the same county. Maybe they, you know, grew apart, you know, got their own families and live in different counties or whatever. I'm speculating too much, aren't I? Here is the base. You can see he's got, you know, simple date stamp on there. Not much else to say. Here's Jamie's base. They were not released in the same case, by the way. I remember I called it, like I was with my mom, you know, I was only 9 years old because it was 2010, going into Target, and I was like, actually, you know, there's kind of a story with this. So somebody, like when we were in the parking lot, walking into the store, somebody came out of the store and had this like thing in their cart, and it reminded me of like a stadium, like it reminded me of a stand. It was like a slanted board, kind of like a silver type board. It just looked like a stand because it's on an angle and it's like going up incrementally stairs. And I was like, that's a sign that we're finding Jamie today. Like I was big on signs back then. Like I'd cross my fingers and do all sorts of little things because it was so hard to find cars, and you know, I was just so excited, you know, for the chance to find something new. And so I was like, that's a sign right there, we're finding Jamie. And sure enough, we found Jamie at that Target, and I was just blown away. But yeah, guys, so that's my story of how I found Jamie, and I can't believe I remember that, but yeah, good time sticking in your memory. So I pulled these two. I'm pretty sure there's probably another car that shares the model, but I thought these two were the best. Now, Human technically is a little different because he has the hole for the camera, but you guys know what I'm saying. Nick Stickers is a carbon copy, though, of Jamie. They do have different rims, though, which is nice. I appreciate that. They do have different license plates, which I also appreciate. All 3 of them do. Human's another dipstick guy. Let's take a look at that. Yeah, he's a dipstick. Nick Stickers, we know, was in Radiator Springs, but let's see what his license plate says above. Oh my gosh, can't read that. Oh, all right. These two have the same tail lights. This guy has slightly different ones. Human has the same rims as Jamie. Which one of these is your favorite, guys? I'm gonna have to go with Human. I just love his expression, and the orange color is great. Jamie's probably my least favorite because I just feel like Nick, you know, he's just so iconic with all the stickers on him. But then again, that's why Jamie's forlorn. That's exactly why we're doing this series. And moving over to Johnny, the only 2 cars I can think of that share his model, oh my gosh, yeah. It's Big Fan and Bucky Breakdust, the Mater the Greater fans that are carbon copies of themselves more so than they are of Johnny, because they have the flags. So again, hole in the body makes them slightly different. But they do have mouth plates. And this is exactly why they did mouth plates back in the day. So, you know, you can make a casting like this, and then instead of making a whole new mold for these teeth here, you could just swap out that plastic piece. And it's easy as that. Now, I feel like they found a new way where it's just more cost effective to have everything being the same piece, like literally everything. The windows now, the mouth, everything. But back in the day, they were a little bit more like, you know, meticulous about it, I guess you could say. They all have the same rims. All have that black stripe going across them. Neither of which have license plates, though, which does kind of alarm me a little bit. Like, I feel like Axle Accelerator is going to come up on you guys and pull you all over. But yeah, there's that. Bucky Breakdust was a disappointment. It's like you finally release a new tune. In, what was that, 2015 they released Bucky Breakdust, so it's been like 5 years since they released a new tune. You know, they did release like Kabuto with Flames, and he was alright, but like, come on. And it has to be like literally the exact same car, just blue. Not even a different expression. But anywho, guys, thank you so much for watching this chapter of Forlorn Favorites. I hope you guys enjoyed it, and I'll see you guys next Friday for chapter 19. Bye now.